ballin'. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gonna make you up like a limb.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here goes tonight. 180.
On first down, gone. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
First down, Los Angeles.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Coming to you. Check. 2 for 1. 2 for 1. Hey, 76. 76.
Here's gone. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. You know, you wonder how the Rams' game plan in Super Bowl 53 might have been different with a healthy Cooper Kupp. He was injured on November 11th, torn ACL out for the year. But he was on his way to a 1,000-yard season in his second NFL campaign. Had 566 yards in 8 games before the injury. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Big Al Woods there to make the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now gone. Scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down, Rams.
Done. 180. Mike 50.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack.
Really talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So on fourth down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on fourth down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on fourth down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at the 20. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. Get ready. Get ready. Big ass, big ass, big ass. Hey, alert. Go.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Big hold of the 30. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss. That's DK Metcalf. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Go. 3 down. 5-2's the Mike.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 30 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
What? Green 80! 52 right here. 52.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Here's Wilson. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. That is caught inside the 5. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Just like that, just like that. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Nick Vanette, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. A shotgun snap for Goff. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams 1st down.
1st down, Los Angeles.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A run for Nick Chubb, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Switch it, switch it, switch it, yeah, switch it. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Faster, faster, faster.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. This will be from 56 yards out. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now Chubb running right. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Tackles, tackles.
Out of the gun, gone. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. Robert Woods. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, his 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You think you gonna get this? Under 10, under 10, 10.
To throw again, Wilson. Man open left side is Brown. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A carry now for McKissick. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go play action now. Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Zebra. One left.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
Certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position. A couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw again on second down. Goff. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Goff on first down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Ziggy Ansah able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Give it 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not? That's caught inside the 20. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch his flag. Hey, 0-0-0.
To throw is Wilson. Flushed out right. He'll have a first down past the 40. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Right there, 54 Mike. Let's go, 14.
On first down, Wilson. And this is caught on the left side, Jerron Brown. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Throwing is Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to look deep for more. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way, just reached up and pulled it in, had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Wilson. His pass caught at the 4. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
At the Rams' 4-yard line.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Anxious, go down. It's just me and you. It's just me. 19. Hey, check 24. Go.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Come on, QB, come on.
6 guys. Check 6. One left.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. I'm going to run you over.
Again, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
At the 29-yard line.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off.
On the delay, here's Carson. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Move. 4 down. 24 is the mark.
Now Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, Ed Dixon, was the target. But now it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
24 is the mic.
They go play action with Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Here's Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. And Dixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. A big play there. Goff to Kupp. 55 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. On 2nd and 9, Goff. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. There he goes. And oh, at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 2nd and 1, Wilson over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 7 yards there and a first down. Wilson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. So he got 3 of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, Carson takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. Shreds the tackle. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Oh, a design run for their wideout. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Steps away to his left. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Bad enough to throw. Well, this is taken taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
2 for 1.
From the gun, here's Gone. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Ziggy Ansah, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Go Brown. Brown. Brown.
The Rams going for it on 4th. Gone. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is going to be incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now Wilson. Forced out to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Defense wins championships, baby.
A give running right is Joe. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Gall. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, 20, 10.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And they take a knee.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Wilson on the keeper. The play lost a yard.
And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And they will take a knee here. So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Seahawks, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.